Hello crafty friends, welcome in. Let the fun begin. I'm Heather, the owner of Stitches, Knots, and More, and on my channel I share all things crafting, whether that is crochet, macrame, embroidery, sewing, painting, jewelry making, whatever I desire to do. Currently we've been focused on crochet, so I imagine most of you that watch are crocheters. And then those who are new, stick around if you're not a crocheter. Today we are sewing. I'm actually making liners for these two bags. So I have this one and we have this one. Now I haven't decided what I'm going to do as far as like sealing this off. I might just make some sort of little flap to go over and then button in the front or something. I mean, if I can figure out a zipper, I'll do that. Who knows? But anyway, if you're new here, please consider subscribing and liking the video and sharing with others if you think they would enjoy it. And yeah, I'm just going to start on this, so you'll probably see the other camera view, and that will be showing me actually doing this stuff. Now I did actually already do the lining for this already once, but it's not very clear, so we're going to redo that. But I think we're going to iron it first. Let me get the iron going here and iron these. Now I thought about putting in some, I think maybe it's batting that makes things a little stiffer or something, or hold their shape. I don't know, it's probably one of those. Okay, there is water in this thing. Why is it not working? But anyway, not much going on, to be fair. For those of you who are mothers, how was your Mother's Day? Comment that down below. Also, let me know what you've been working on. My iron does not want to dispense water for me at all. Oh, here it comes. Finally. Finally. Now, for those who aren't aware, I am taking a break from crochet right now. And if I haven't mentioned, it will probably be June when I start that back up. I do have a macrame piece I'm working on as well. We could possibly put that in this week's video, but I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Right now, I think we're just going to have this stuff in there, me getting this fabric ready and to make liners for the bags. Now I was going to make liners for two bags, but this bag, I made this, I don't know, it was a long time ago. I was still living in West Virginia when I made it. Still need to weave in the tail or whatever, but I had black fabric to put for this one, but I have no idea where that is currently, so this one is going to have to wait, and then that'll give me more time to think about how I want to do the straps. So, but yeah, we're going to wait on this bag and just work on these two little ones today. But that bag's really pretty. I mean, it's not my style. I don't know that I would ever actually use it. Oh, and it has it's reflective yarn, so it has some reflective properties in it. So if you're outside at night or whatever and you're using it, it will reflect for you. So it's a great bag, like if you're doing like a night market or something like that, and or just whatever, if you're out and about in the evenings and you want to take a book with you or whatever you're out doing in the evenings. Like if you're a walker, you know, it might be fun to have a cool bag like that that is reflective. So what else did I do this week that we could kind of talk about I did show off my owl to the ladies that I go to a crafting group with on Thursdays. And they really liked it. I don't know that I got a lot of comments on it whenever I showed it in last week's video, the owl that I'm trying to design. And they too, like me, they liked wing 1. But I don't know, a couple of them actually liked how I did the third wing, which I couldn't bring it to show them, but I did show them the photo of that because I didn't know where it was, and it was on the floor over here. It had fallen out of my bag. But yeah, they liked wing 1, and one of the ladies, and I mentioned in last week's video that the one I thought looked like a rocket. So I'm like, yeah, no, I don't know if I want to use that one. And she's like, no one's going to know that but you. She's like, when it's on the owl, you're not going to notice that. Because that one, that option, the one that looks like a rocket, that one is the easiest to duplicate because you can make it, you basically make the same wing the same way. Whereas that other wing, I have to reverse it somehow because the way it looks, if you turn it over and use it on the right side, you're going to be looking at the back of the work, and that's not really that pretty, so don't really want to do that. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, and again, you should be seeing this either down in the corner or up in the corner somewhere. I don't know where I'll put it. You should be seeing this in one of those areas. I'm going to turn this off because I really don't need this anymore. Like I said, I already traced these, but I'm not sure if I traced them big enough because I want it to have a nice looking finished edge. So I think I'm going to retrace them. I'm going to fold this over so probably mess up the ironing we just did. So we're going to trace this again. But this time I'm going to use this little thing. Hopefully it will show up on here. I feel like this would be, oh yeah, it shows up fine. I feel like it would show up better if I used it on a harder surface, because the ironing board isn't really that hard. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking I would trace it bigger, but I'm not going to trace it bigger. I think I will just cut it out bigger because I want to be able to fold the edges over so that I can have clean edges that I sew together. So, and I do have my sewing machine mostly set up. It is mostly ready to go. If I step out of the camera view, I apologize. Hopefully I don't. I don't know how people do that, you know. I mean, you gotta, I don't know. I guess you just have to mark where you're going to be standing, or, you know, whatever on the camera or something. It's just easier that way. Normally, I'm just sitting in one spot, so it's not really a big deal. But yeah, I'm just tracing one of these, and then once I cut the piece out for it, I will go ahead and use that piece that I cut out and traced to make the other half of this. And I don't know, I kind of want to put a pocket in it, but I don't know, we'll see if I do that. Okay, so that one is traced, and now we're going to trace the little square one. How did I trace this one? This one looks weird. Can I do it like this? Maybe I did it like that. Kind of looks like I did it like that. Sorta, kinda. I mean, it is actually the same shape all the way around, so it probably doesn't really matter. They do want this to be the top. So we will trace this one now. And again, I have plenty of fabric that I can actually, I might put pockets in them. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Put a little pocket inside them. That would be cool. I'd actually thought about doing a like a crochet strap to like close it up with. You know how you do that? You like crochet a little strap that closes the top. Yeah, that's what I was originally thinking about, but I might actually just use the fabric because I have a lot of this fabric. Like if you look at the picture down below. But yeah, I have like plenty of fabric. They're 2 small bags, so there we go. We got those traced out. I'm gonna get those cut. So, do any of you do so? No pun intended there. But do any of you sew as well? Let me know in the comments if you do any sewing. I like to do a little bit of everything, so it's what I do. All right, let's see if we could cut this nicely. Probably not. I'd rather use my rotary tool, but I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, I feel like it might be a little, what's the word, dull? Yeah, I feel like it might be getting a bit dull. And I guess it's not that big a deal if my edges aren't completely straight with this thing, with these bags, because they're going to be, the edges will be sewn together anyway. So it's fine if they're not perfect. So yeah, I'm trying to leave a little bit of a seam allowance is what it's called, I guess. I guess I should try to use proper terms, even though I'm not a seamstress. I don't know a lot. I did make myself a, maybe I could pull that out and show it to y'all. Or maybe it's back in the other room. But I did make an outfit for a Renaissance festival. That was my first time doing that. I mean, it turned out mostly alright, I guess. I actually recorded me doing some of that, like making it. I just never put the video out. And that was before I had this channel. I was going to post it on my Heather's Retirement Shenanigans channel. I might actually put a playlist to my gaming channel in case anyone ever wants to check out any of that stuff. Like, oh my goodness, today I was having so much fun I almost didn't get started on this video. But I actually get to, because I've done some quests on House Flipper, so now I actually get to go through and, what's that called? I get to actually go in and renovate, or flip, as a lot of people call it. I get to flip houses on my own now because I actually finished the number of quests, or the right quest in order to do that. So I'm flipping my own house now. I bought a house. I think it was like $42,000 or something like that, and I'm gonna flip it and try to sell it. But I don't know. I might put some before and after pictures of that up on my gaming channel. I should record it and put it on my gaming channel. I don't know if people would watch it, but it's a good idea, though. I think I might record that and just put it up there. I did stream a little bit of House Flipper the other day. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind even doing a live stream for y'all on this channel, but I need to know that people are going to be there. My gaming channel, since it's not as, it's older, I do have some loyal subscribers that come and watch my gaming stuff, so, but I don't have enough people, I don't think, on this channel to really do lives. I mean, I only need a couple of people there to watch. Even if there's just one person there watching and talking to me the whole time I'm in the live, that works for me. I don't need everybody to talk, as long as I have someone to have a conversation with. Because it's kind of awkward, like when you first start out your live for the day or evening or whenever you're doing it. It can be a little awkward when you're sitting there talking to yourself and Nobody's there to listen. Okay, so these are the two bag shapes. We got that one. And then this one. This one looks, I don't know. I guess it should look more square. But now we'll trace these. I don't know why I threw the fabric over here because I'm not done with it yet. So we'll trace these again. And now they'll be their bigger size. And then I'll cut those out. And then we can work on sewing them together. All right, let's see. Let's move this one out of the way. Move that one over there. Okay. And you know what? I know there's like a wrong side and right side of your fabrics, but I'll tell you what. I wouldn't be able to tell you what's the right and wrong side on this fabric. I do have a sewing book that I bought. I could technically look at that and it would tell me how to tell what is the right side and wrong side of your fabric. I mean, you can tell if there's like a print or if it's a garment that you're taking apart or something and then, you know, upcycling into something else. You can tell that way. Or if you just buy a printed fabric, usually you can tell the front and the back on printed fabrics, I feel like. But with this solid colored fabric, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell what is the front and what is the back. I think it's the way like if you look close enough at the fabric, you can see the weave or whatever you call it, how it's weaved together or something. And I think that's how you know if it's front or back, but I don't remember. I feel like I may not be pressing hard enough on this. Press harder. This stuff washes right out. It's like a fabric chalk or something. If you know anything about sewing, you already know this, but I'm just telling y'all. This washes right out. Not that I'll be washing this bag. I mean, I guess I could technically wash the liners before I put them in if I wanted. I could probably do that. But anyway, so yeah, I went to movies I've watched recently. Hubby and I went and watched, what the heck was that called? I done forgot. Mortal Kombat. Well, it was hubby, me, and my son went and watched that. I'd seen the first one a long time ago, but I liked this one. I feel like I probably like the first one better, though. I feel like that's probably... I'd have to watch it again, I guess, to really decide if I like it better or not. Certainly. Yeah, I thought I would include me working on this macrame piece that I'm finishing up. Maybe I'll grab it and show that to y'all in another clip. Just show you the first one that was done. And it's been done for a long time and I just never got around to doing the other one. Because we made sconces using canning jars. And I covered them with macrame, and then we bought lighting stuff to go in it. Yeah, lighting stuff. What the heck is it called? I don't know. Lighting equipment. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Bought lighting equipment to go in that, so... I think it was in one of my videos I showed me making I showed them my bedroom in one of my videos, which I don't get to use. It's pink, white, and black, so very classy looking. But I don't use it. Hubby uses it. I can't convince him to use the other bedroom. I'm especially not going to be able to get him to do that now. So he's got the brand new bed. I mean, I can sleep in it if I want sometime, but yeah, I choose to sleep by myself. I just sleep better alone. But if it gets too cold in the basement over the winter, I might have to come up and snuggle with him then. I just won't get much sleep probably on the days that I have to come upstairs. And it's so funny, my cat's been, I mean, he's always like sleeping with me, but he's been sleeping down there with me. I didn't know if he would want to come down there and sleep or not. But he actually likes it under the covers, which is kind of funny. I find that kind of funny. I wouldn't think he would like that very much. He doesn't mind it at all, because it keeps him nice and warm under there. And I try to prop it up, like the blankets, a little bit, like with another pillow, so that it's kind of like a cave and it's not just laying flat on him, the cover. So oops, getting a little crooked with my cutting there. It's fine. It's going to be sewn together and you won't even know. So we got those two pieces that we will sew together. And then we got to cut out this one. Yeah, I was like, did I already cut that one out? I did not cut that one out. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be like talking to y'all for this entire video. Some of it I might just show me, doing the work on the sewing machine using maybe that other camera that is current. Well, I don't know. It's about to be dead, but so I might do this portion today and then tomorrow do the other portion of the video. And if I decide to work on that macrame piece some more, maybe I could record some of that and show you guys that piece. Maybe before we end this section of the video, I'll go grab the jar. Actually, is it in here? Oh no, it's in the living room. Because I was working on macrame during our needlework class. It's not a class, it's just a group that gets together. I don't know why I always want to call it a class. But yeah, the needlework group, I was working on the macrame piece there. It takes a lot of time just cutting up each individual cord for the piece. So I don't know how long this mic stays alive now that it's charged and good to go. Looks like it's still going for now. All right, so that's that. Now, another thing I'm going to do, just to let y'all know, let's see. Yeah, I'm probably out of camera for a second. All right, so that's the two pieces for the other bag. So another idea I had, I'm going to use some of this fabric to actually put on the straps that I made so they don't stretch. Because you know how crochet is, it tends to stretch. So what do they call it? It's called a basting strip or something like that. I don't remember. I think it's something like that. But I'm going to do that with these straps. I don't know if I might be able to show you that nicely. But basically, I'm going to do that with the strap. So So with both straps, I will do a strip around them like that. Let's see how this one's going to look, because I decided to make this strap 2 different colors. I just thought that was fun and creative, so that's why I did that. So if we did a little basting strip around that, I don't know if that's what it's called. It's not basting. It does start with a B, I think. So if we put this around here, but yeah, so something like that. And it'll wrap around that side, and then it'll come around the back. Can I show you that? It'll come around the back. Maybe I'll just show that in another part of the video once I have one ready. So yeah, I'll do that in another part of the video. So we're gonna like cut you here, and I'm gonna do a couple other things and then bring you back for another clip, maybe of me sewing or something in a few minutes. All right, see you then. All right, y'all, I don't know how much of this you're gonna be able to see, but I am actually gonna make pockets for these as well. So these are pocket pieces. And he says put wrong sides together, which we already determined. I don't know what's right and wrong with this fabric. And then he says you want to leave an opening down here. I obviously didn't get this cut the most straight in the world. So I'm going to line it up the best that I can and then just cut off what is not even with the rest, which doesn't look like it's much. Oopsie daisies. Cut that little bit off. And this one doesn't look that straight either, especially on the side. It seems more straight on the top than on the sides. Well, looks like it'll line up. Let's see. Actually, it's not that bad. It isn't really that bad. I don't know. Maybe it is kind of not that great. So we're just going to cut a little bit of this side off to straighten it up. And then I have quite a bit of extra up here, so I'm going to have to cut off quite a bit of this part. Okay. There we go. And do I have a ruler nearby? I do not, but I do have this. Okay. So he says leave a 2-inch opening on this end. I'll just do it this way. Around the center. I mean, I can find the center by folding it in half, so let's do that. So I know where the center is. We'll mark that. Do the same with this one. Oh, I have all this extra on this one too, right? Oh, no I don't. It's fine. All right, let's fold this one in half. Find our center. So there's the center of both of those. Now we need 2 inches. This thing is so big. I gotta have something smaller in my arsenal here. Here, let's use this. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, because you're going to cut this off anyway. Or not cut it, you're going to sew up this hole anyway. So there's that. Because what he says we'll do is we'll sew around here. Well, I guess I'll show you with this one. You'll sew around here, stop there, continue sewing over here, and go down to here. So that's how that's going to work. And at the 2 mark. So yeah, that's what he says to do there. Now let me see something. Let's see how big these are going to be inside my bags. Because my bags aren't that huge. I mean, it's going to lose a little bit. And he has reinforcement. That's not what it's called. Yeah, he has something on the back of his fabric that will reinforce his pocket. I don't have that, so I'm not going to have that for mine, but that's how that pocket will look on that one. Well, I'm sure it'll look a lot different. And then this pocket, wow, this pocket's going to take up I might need to make this pocket a little smaller, I feel like, because this bag is kind of small. So we're going to cut a little bit off at each edge here. It's probably about a 1/4 of an inch. Cut that off each side, because this one does not need as big a pocket as the other one. And then our stuff will still be centered, so it's fine. Alright, so that's a little less pocket for that one. So then that will be the pocket inside that bag. So well, that's all I have to show you for now. When I come back, I'll just show you guys some things sewn together and whatnot. So yeah, I will see you then. Bye. Okay, so that is one pocket sewn. And he only did that. I probably didn't need to do this step, leave that open to have a wrong side or right side, because I don't know what the right side is or the wrong side is. But it's fine. So we just turn it inside out. Like so. And then when we sew the pocket down, this, we will be sewing this closed. I'm pretty sure you just fold it up and it'll sew the hole closed. So let's see if we can get that. Yeah, I don't know how you get little corners out. I'm not a seamstress, so I'm just learning to do stuff. Just learn as I go. It's fun to learn new stuff. Push all that out. So that will be the pocket. And then it will be sewn. You'll just sew around 3 edges to sew it to one of these. You sew it on the front side. So I'm going to watch the rest of his video to see what we're doing next. I just wanted to show you guys some of this, at least for one pocket anyway. And by the way, I decided not to curl these edges like I was going to do because it just was not working out great. I mean, I've had it work out fine for some other stuff that I've made, but yeah, too many round edges here. So what I'll probably do is I will maybe as I sew round it or something, or I won't worry about it. I have these other scissors. I mean, technically, let me tell you. So technically, you could put a zigzag stitch along all the edges here, and that will keep it from fraying and falling apart too. So actually, maybe I'll end up doing that once I have the pieces sewn together. Maybe I'll go through and right on the edge, I will sew a zigzag stitch, which is easier than what I had originally planned to do. So yeah, I'm not doing what I was showing y'all earlier when I actually sew these pieces together. So yeah, but yeah, that's how we do a pocket. Once I see how he sews it to this, I will show that part to y'all as well, which it should be pretty simple. You probably just go as close to the edge as you can around and just not at the top, because obviously it's a pocket, you need to leave it open. So I'm going to cut the video there and I will show y'all some more later. Hey y'all, welcome back. So I wanted to get on here and do my little outro and all that stuff and show you the purses. Now keep in mind, I didn't sew the straps on yet. They are just held on with needles right now, but I thought I would get on here and show you. They are mostly done. So here is the first one. Now, if I did these to sell, again, I would probably actually put something in there that gives them, helps them hold structure or something, because I don't know, I don't like the way it looks, like without something in there to give it structure, but it looked great, like so. Long sleeves. So that's that one. I'll show you what I did with the straps. So with the straps, you'll see I put some fabric lined on the inside so the straps won't stretch or anything like that, so they should hold their shape. And I'll try to show you inside to show you the pocket. Okay, so that's the inside. It's kind of hard to show you. And I'm sorry about the lighting. Like I warned in another clip, it was supposed to be cloudy and rainy, and it is doing that right now. So, but there's the pocket. Now this one I am still considering, because I think I have some white yarn that I could use on this, but I'm thinking about making a with something, you know, I'll attach it back here and then crochet, crochet, crochet to make a little strap to close it, and I'll put a little button on here somewhere. So that one I will probably do that with. So, and that is bag one done. And then we have this little bag. Well, they're mostly done. Like I said, I got to do the, I might hand sew the straps on because it's so thick. I don't know if I can get it under the presser foot. I think that's what it's called on the sewing machine. But this is the other one. And it too has a pocket. Again, sorry about the lighting, but there's the pocket for that one. And this one too, I could also do a little closure at the top somehow. Because I decided not to do zippers for them. So, but yep, that is bag number 2. Figured I should get this done. As you can see, I am editing right now. The parts that I had already recorded. So, but yeah, we got our little pockets on there. It's awesome. Well, here, let me just take this strap off and show you the pocket, since they are just pinned on here for now until I want to actually. So, I don't know, you can kind of see in there. But yeah, we have a little pocket right there. So I have pockets in both of them. I could even turn it inside out and show you that way. But yeah, so pocket right there. This probably didn't need such a deep pocket. And it was actually a little bit of a pain in the butt trying to sew up at the top here. I mean, it's mostly alright. It's mostly alright. If I sold them, I probably wouldn't sell them for much, because I did plan on selling them, but yeah, so those are done. So that is all I have for y'all this week. I hope you enjoyed that. I know it wasn't crocheting, but we are finishing a crochet project or two by lining the bags. So I think they turned out pretty decent. Like I said, I feel like I would buy stuff to give them structure next time, and that would just go between the crochet bag and the lining or something. But yeah, if I make them again, I will do structured, I think. I just think it would look better. I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this week's video. If you're new here, please consider liking and subscribing and sharing with others if you think they would enjoy the content. And yeah, that's all I have for y'all. Fluffy Pants wants to come up and say hello. You want to say hello? He's like, no, I'm just going to sit on your lap. And his name is Nikolai. I just call him Fluffy Pants. Right? Does Mama call you Fluffy Pants? Yeah. So yeah, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye.